Hello, dear students. How are you all? I will hope you all are fine. I'm Bhupendra Verma, your science teacher. So, dear students, today we are going to start second part of chapter Heat and its effect of class 7th science. So, in this section, we'll familiar and we are able to give the answer of questions related to temperature and how to calculate temperature in a thermometer and how to convert one unit of temperature into other unit of temperature. Okay, let's start this topic today. First is temperature. We know that the degree of hotness and coldness is known as temperature. The measure of degree of hotness and coldness is known as temperature. क्या कहते हैं किसी भी टेम्परेचर की हॉटनेस कितना ज़्यादा गर्म है and degree of coldness कितना ज़्यादा ठंडा है to measure this thing is known as temperature. So in generally we say that degree of hotness and coldness is known as temperature. I hope student you got it. What is the definition of temperature, say to us. Next is some examples given here. When you touch a hot object, say hot water, you feel hot, and you feel in the first case because the heat energy flows from the hot object to your hand. In the second case, as the heat energy flows your hand to the cold object, you feel cold. Why it is so? When in the second case, the heat energy flows from your hand to the cold object, you feel the cold. When we touch the cold object, then we feel cold because our body release the energy to the objects and object get energy from our body. That's why it's feel cool because the law of energy transfer is not changed. We know that heat is always flow from hotter body to colder body, hotter body to colder body. That's why in first case when we touch the hot water, then our body have a lower temperature and the heat is transferred from hot water to our body and we feel hot. In second case, when we touch the cold object like ice, then heat is transferred from our hand to the ice. That's why we feel cold. And we can either the use the either Celsius or Fahrenheit scale to measure temperature, and for scientific work we use Kelvin scale for temperature. So there are three temperature scales in our syllabus. First is Celsius scale, first is Celsius scale, second is Fahrenheit scale, third is Kelvin scale. So one by one we learn about these three scales and discuss how to convert each other. Let's start. First is Celsius scale. The temperature on this scale is measured in degree Celsius, and we read as this diagram degree Celsius. On this scale we take the temperature at which the pure water freezes at the sea level is a 0 degree Celsius. That means the lower fixed point of degree Celsius scale is 0 degree Celsius and called as lower fixed point, and it is known as freezing point of water. It is known as freezing point of water. Second is the temperature at which the pure substance or water boils at the sea level is called upper fixed point. And what is upper fixed point of the degree Celsius scale? 100 degree Celsius, and it is a boiling point of water. Boiling temperature or boiling point of water at which water starts to be boiled. Next is we say that at the sea level, because the temperature at which the water freezes or boils change as we go to higher altitude, and you learn the reason for higher classes. So what is the reason, students? Here when we are on a sea level, then air pressure can matter here. What matter here? Air pressure can matter here, and you go on above high altitude, then air pressure is decreases. And what is a boiling point? Try to understand. Boiling point of a substance is at that temperature at which pressure of vapors of a liquid is equal to air or atmosphere. Vapor or pressure of the atmosphere is equal to atmosphere. That's why we say that at the sea level pressure is measured as 100 degrees Celsius of the pure water and the freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. When we go from height above the high altitude on mountains, then water's boiling point is increases. Next is Fahrenheit scale. The temperature is also measured in Fahrenheit scale and read as degree Fahrenheit. Its lower fixed point is 32 degree Fahrenheit and upper fixed point is 212 degree Fahrenheit. So we need to remember the lower fixed point of Fahrenheit scale and upper fixed point of Fahrenheit scale. So let us see here. The total 100 divisions are present between Celsius scale from 0 degree to 100 degree, and in Fahrenheit scale total 180 degrees are present between 32 degree Fahrenheit to 212 Fahrenheit. So total divisions, this is a freezing point of water and this is boiling point of water. Freezing point of the water in degree Celsius is 0 degree Celsius and freezing temperature in a Fahrenheit scale is 32 degree Fahrenheit, and boiling temperature is 100 degree Celsius in degree Celsius and in Fahrenheit scale 212 degree Fahrenheit. I hope students you got it well. Okay, so let us now understand how to convert them. We know that 0 degree Celsius is equal to 32 degree Fahrenheit. What is the value of 0 degree Celsius? Is equal to 32 degree Fahrenheit, and 100 degree is equal to 212 degree Fahrenheit. Now we compare the both upper values. Total divisions in the degree Celsius and Fahrenheit scale. We know that total division in degree Celsius scale is 100 and total division in Fahrenheit scale is 180. Then we make the ratio both of them, then we obtain cancel 0 to be 0, 5 to the 10 or 2 5 the 10 and 2 9 the 18. So what we obtain 5 ratio 9 here. We obtain 5 ratio 9 here. So there are the formulas are given here. How to convert degree Celsius to Fahrenheit? That means when the value in the degree Celsius is given to us and we form into Fahrenheit, then we use this formula. And the second one is opposite formula. When the value of the Fahrenheit scale is given, then we need to convert into degree, then we use this formula. So let us try and do it. We know that the freezing point of water in degree Celsius is 0 degree Celsius. Now we need to convert into Fahrenheit. So using the formula, Fahrenheit is equal to 5 by 9 into degree Celsius value and plus 32. We know that something is multiple of 0 becomes 0. This total terms become 0. Now we get Fahrenheit is value is 32. So in this way we find the value of degree Celsius to Fahrenheit. Now we got the reverse of this question. When we got the reverse of this question, Fahrenheit value is 32 degree Fahrenheit is given, need to convert into degree Celsius. Then we use the formula of degree Celsius. What is the formula? 5 by 9 into 32, that is the value of degree, minus 32. We know that 32 minus 32 becomes 0 and 0 multiplies something becomes 0. So value of the 32 degree Fahrenheit in degree Celsius is 0. I hope students you got it well, and some examples are given in your book, so try yourself. And the temperature at which degree and Fahrenheit scale both are equal is minus 40. Minus 40 is that temperature at which Fahrenheit scale and degree Celsius both have a equal value. The solution is given here, so try yourself. Next concept is measuring temperature. How to measure temperature? You have seen that the solids, liquid and gases expand on heating. We all know that solids, liquids, gases expand on heating to hotter an object is then more expand. Therefore, on the ways a measuring temperature it is to be measured the expansion of solids, liquid or gases. So what is a way to measure that temperature? To measure the expansion, कितना वो expand हुए हैं, measure in expansion in solid, liquid and gases. However, solid expand very little, while in the gases the expansion is very high. So therefore, in order to measure the temperature, we usually measure expansion in liquid. Why it is so? because solid have the very little expansion and gases have very high expansion. So very high value of expansion is not possible to readable at the moment. That's why we use to intermediate conditions of the liquid here, and we usually measure the expansion in liquids. So in which we measure the expansion always in liquids. And the instrument that is used to measure the temperature is called thermometer. What is a thermometer? The instrument that is used to measure the temperature is known as thermometer. And the principle used in thermometer is the same as that of the apparatus used in observe expansion in liquids. What we use here? The principle used, capillary reaction principle. What is this principle? Called as capillary reaction principle. That means expansion in liquids. What is the principle of the thermometer? Expansion in liquid is the principle of thermometer. Got it, student? What is the principle of working of the thermometer? Expansion in liquid. So let us discuss the types of thermometer. First is laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer. The thermometers that are used in laboratory to measure the temperature of a substance is known as laboratory thermometer, and it is made up of glass, and its value is, as both scale are present over it, degree Celsius and Fahrenheit scale, and the stem is marked as 0 degree to Fahrenheit, and the height of the liquid is the same is the regarding reading of the temperature. Laboratory thermometer with the various ranges are available, but the common laboratory thermometer limit is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. That means upper limit is 110 degrees Celsius and lower limit is minus 10 degrees Celsius of a clinical laboratory thermometer. And the bigger marks normally read as 1 degree. If there are the 5 division between the bigger marks, then each small division read as a 1 by 5. That means 0.2 degree. You know that each division, the small division between the one gap is read as 0.2 degree. Because there is a 1 degree, there is a 2 degree, total how many division between them? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Total are 5 division between them, then we divide with the 5 of total divisions. While measuring the temperature with the laboratory thermometer, the following precautions should be taken. So the precautions are important. The thermometer should be washed before after use. It's very common when we put a thermometer in a substance, then we need to be wash it out. A thermometer is a delicate and should be handled with the care to avoid breakage. Thermometer is a delicate instrument and we should to be handled with the care to avoid breakage. It should not be held by the bulb while reading the temperature. We note to be hold the thermometer from this bulb side where the substance is filled in it. It should be kept upright and not tilted. इसे जब भी हम measure करें तो it should be kept upright, सीधा रखेंगे. The bulb should be completely surrounded by substance whose temperature is being measured, and the bulb should not touch the sides of the container. So suppose this is a beaker and there is a water in it and we need to measure the temperature of water, then we hold the thermometer like this on a straight position and do not touch the beaker. Anyway, only we need to be measure the temperature of water, so that's why it is only present in a water. And while reading the thermometer, the level of the mercury should be at the same level as the eye. That means suppose this is the thermometer and this is a bulb and the mercury is level rise here, then we match the exact reading, that is collide exactly, show the collision of the and coincidence with the mercury level. हम उसी रीडिंग को एक्यूरेट मेजर करेंगे जो एग्जैक्टली कोइंसिडेंस कर रही है, उसके साथ मिलती हुई दिखाई दे रही है. Okay students, I hope you got it how to measure the temperature while using thermometer. Next is clinical thermometer. Second type is clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometers are two types, manual and digital. So let us discuss one by one both of. To check the body temperature, a thermometer is placed in your mouth or in your armpit. The temperature recorded in laboratory thermometer will fall soon, so as it is to taken out your mouth. अगर हम laboratory thermometer यूज़ करते हैं body temperature measure करने के लिए, तो जैसे हम अपनी body के लिए निकाल कर देखने लगेंगे तो उसका temperature जो है तुरंत गिर जाएगा और प्रॉपर रीडिंग नहीं आएगी. सो गेट द करेक्ट रीडिंग. अ क्लिनिकल थर्मामीटर इज यूज्ड. दिस थर्मामीटर हैज़ अ स्लाइट बैंड और किंक. A slight band or kink is present just above the bulb. Then the thermometer is shaken out from your mouth, taken out from your mouth. Then the liquid of the bulb is contracts and the mercury column break at the kink. Therefore, the liquid of the mercury in the stem remains the same. If the thermometer is used to be again, it is first given jerk to bring the mercury in the same back into the bulb. देखिए सिंपल सा है. जब हमें दोबारा उसे यूज़ करना है तो उसे जर्क देते हैं ताकि वो ऊपर वाला जो मर्करी ऊपर लेफ्ट है वो वहाँ से ब्रेक हो गया था कनेक्शन, वो वापस नीचे आ जाए. एंड रिमेंबर वन थिंग इज हेयर, द नॉर्मल ह्यूमन बॉडी टेम्परेचर इज 37 डिग्री सेल्सियस. इन फ़ारेनहाइट इज 98.6 फ़ारेनहाइट. एंड द लोअर रेंज ऑफ द clinical thermometer is 35 degree Celsius. Lower limit of the clinical thermometer is 35 degree Celsius and upper limit is 42 degree Celsius. So the range of clinical thermometer is 35 degree Celsius to 42 degree Celsius. And Fahrenheit scale 94 degree to 108 Fahrenheit. 90 degree to 48 Fahrenheit. Okay. So what thing is important here? So this watch on a screen there is a clinical thermometer. This is known as bulb of thermometer. And the matter or the fluid or the metal that is present in it is mercury. Name of metal is mercury and symbol is Hg. This is a kink. When we measure the temperature of body, then kink work play a major role. When we taken out from our body parts, then this kink deattach and this lower liquid contracts and collect here again, but their liquid is remains same at the same level. That's why it is easy to measure to us a temperature in a clinical thermometer. So we need a skill for the measure the temperature using the clinical thermometer, and digital thermometer is easy to measure the temperature. There the market there are some thermometers present that are have a digital screen, and using the cell they work, so they measure the temperature easily. I hope students you got it well this chapter, and it's an easy one chapter, how to measure temperature. This chapter is finished now. Thank you and have a nice day.